What's up, everybody? It's your most loved Kaiju scaler, Will, or you can call me Godzilla Nerd. Anyways, today we're doing our first debate on the channel, which is Muto Prime versus Mechagodzilla 2021. So let's begin with the stats. Muto Prime clocks in at 103 meters, which is 140 feet, and weighs 135,000 tons, and appeared in the graphic novel of Godzilla Aftershock in 2014. Mechagodzilla clocks in at 120 meters or 400 feet, and weighs at about 100,000 to 130,000 tons. So let's begin with their stat. Let's begin with the debate. The attack potency. Muto Prime was able to completely ragdoll the Godzilla from 2014 in the comics by throwing him and weakening him with each and every fight they did. Muto Prime was also stated by the author of the comics to be able to break apart fault lines and destabilize them, and also break apart tectonic plates, which would be about multi-continental. Which would be a multi-continental feat, and his powers. He has two main powers that are extremely powerful. His sonic roar, which at the right frequency, is able to completely shatter Godzilla 2014's dorsal plates, and the second one is Muto Prime's EMP, which we all know what the EMP is, which stands for electromagnetic pulse, and we were showcased this in 2014 from the male and the female Muto. The EMP can shut down any electronics and weaken Godzilla's atomic breath within a certain radius. But because Muto Prime is the strongest Muto out there, it would range instead of like 5 miles to like a couple to more miles, possibly around 10 to 15 miles. And it would severely weaken Godzilla's atomic breath more. Muto Prime's durability consists of her being able to tank Godzilla's thermonuclear pulse, or better known as just like a normal pulse, because he wasn't in burning form. Was able to tank it and then take many attacks from Godzilla, and died to Godzilla stepping on her head. Mechagodzilla 2021. His attack so let's start with the X factor of him. The X factor of him is him being controlled by King Ghidorah's left head, aka Kevin, and he was able to completely ragdoll Godzilla. So and if we calculate Kong's punches to be island level, we can calculate Mechagodzilla's punches to be stronger, to be multi-continental or possibly continental level. So if we take into account of that, Mechagodzilla produces more like energy and more power behind his punches than Kong does when he fights Godzilla. And Mechagodzilla also has a proton scream, which is a red version of Godzilla's atomic breath and a bit weaker. The reason why I say it's a bit weaker is because in their beam clash, Godzilla was able to stop the proton scream until Mechagodzilla had to put more effort into it. Mechagodzilla also is incredibly agile with his jet propulsors, able to let him move very quickly around short distances in a battle. His durability is him being able to tank many attacks from Kong's axe, Kong's normal hits, and a few of Godzilla hits, and also him being rammed into a building and onto the floor. Nothing can pierce his skin unless it's Godzilla's atomic breath, or not necessarily skin, more so like his armor, other than Godzilla's atomic breath and a supercharged Kong's axe blade. And that would be his durability. And I would put his durability at around multi-continental to continental. And Muto Prime's durability would be about the same thing, if not just continental. Also, Mechagodzilla just moves faster over short distances. Now, here's the thing. Muto Prime, her advantage would be the electromagnetic pulse. We saw during the fight when the humans poured water into Mechagodzilla's, what would be the word for it? Like electronic. It short-circuited and shut off some of his controls for a couple seconds. And if Mechagodzilla has power from the Hollow Earth and has energy from the Hollow Earth and has energy of electronics, and Godzilla runs on the Hollow Earth energy, and the EMP is able to weaken that, then the electromagnetic pulse should be able to weaken MG21's power, which would severely weaken and then give Muto Prime the win. But in a close fight, it would be quite even, with Mechagodzilla being able to dodge more attacks and Muto Prime being able to throw around Mechagodzilla. Now, Tainan, what do you think? Who do you think would win in this fight?
I would say Muto Prime, but if not, maybe I would say maybe kind of even, but honestly, I'm just gonna go with Muto Prime.
Muto Prime?
Yeah. If not, then they're probably even.
Now, I would agree with you that Muto Prime would win. But there is different scenarios.
They're better, like, they're better at different things. They have different, like,
Scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, for example, Mechagodzilla would be able to, like, beat Muto Prime in the long range because of its proton stream and its missiles that it has. But Muto Prime would probably be better, or if not even with Mechagodzilla in like a hand-to-hand fight. So that would be what would give Muto Prime the win. But the thing is that Mechagodzilla, because of his jet propulsions, would be able to evade much of the attacks and possibly win over Muto Prime. That would be the only downside of the fight. But I feel like Muto Prime would eventually become victorious because of the EMPs and possibly the sonic roar being able to blast Mechagodzilla away. So if we take all of that into consideration, not Mechagodzilla, Muto Prime should be able to beat Mechagodzilla 2021 in a fight. Do you agree, Tainan?
Yes, I agree.
Alright, so we have that. Is there anything else I'm missing? Tainan, is there anything else I'm missing?
I have no idea. Let me think. Maybe what opponents they've fought? Maybe?
Well, I kind of already explained that.
Sure.
So pretty much nothing really that I'm missing.
Muto Prime is definitely more experienced, though. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that would be true. Because in order to become a Prime, you have to have a bunch of experience and become the strongest Muto. So that would mean you would have to survive for a long period of time. And would have a lot of experience fighting other Kaiju.
Which is the opposite of female Muto and male Muto.
Yeah. So for this Kaiju debate, this first fight, Muto Prime should be able to defeat Mechagodzilla 2021 with mid difficulty to high difficulty. If not,
2021?
Yeah, MG21.
Oh, I thought you were saying Godzilla 2021.
No. So yeah, Muto Prime should be able to beat Mechagodzilla 2021. And yeah, so I think Muto Prime would win and beat Mechagodzilla overall. So guys, this is my first Kaiju debate, and this is who I think would win. So for my next Kaiju debate, I'm not sure who I'm gonna do, but I have an idea, and you guys can leave suggestions on who should fight who, and I'll turn that into a video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.